I'm Troy Beverly, and this is Pan-African News. Benin. Benin passes legislation to give citizenship to descendants of slaves. The Beninese parliament passed legislation on July 30th, 2024 to give citizenship to the descendants of enslaved people taken from tropical Africa. As mentioned by AFP, the authorities say the legislation is an attempt to provide a response to, quote, the search for identity faced by Afro-descendants, unquote. Awaiting the approval of President Patrice Talon, the legislation will grant Beninese citizenship to, quote, any person who, according to their genealogy, has an African sub-Saharan ancestor deported as part of the slave trade and the triangular trade, unquote. Millions of enslaved Africans were taken from West Africa and shipped to Europe and the Americas as slaves between the 15th and 19th centuries, and Benin was no exception. The Beninese government promotes the annual Voodoo festival in January to attract tourists, particularly Africans in the diaspora. Voodoo, which has an estimated 50 million adherents in West Africa and is also practiced in the Caribbean, South America, and the United States, is a major part of Beninese culture and is believed to have originated during the Dahomey Kingdom. Voodoo is animistic, which means that objects, places, and creatures have a spiritual essence and are animated. Voodoo dignitary Seraphin Adjagboni confides that his ancestors predicted that Africans in the diaspora would return to Benin, adding, quote, without this return, Benin's history will never be complete, unquote. Nadège Anelka from Martinique believes the legislation, quote, is not necessarily a call to return, but an opportunity for Benin to show its solidarity with Afro-descendants in the eyes of the world and to show compassion, unquote.